Hello, I am Yogini Sunita, and this is Meditation, Yoga, and Stuff podcast. I believe my dharma or my life's purpose is to share my understanding of meditation, yoga, and Ayurveda, holistic healing science of India. I make these amazing wisdoms accessible and adaptable for present times. So let's start. Hello and welcome to the podcast. I really appreciate you being here. And as my thank you for listening to the podcast, last week I offered a bonus podcast episode, podcast episode 70th. In this episode, the episode is called Sound Bath, and this episode is about a sound meditation. The instrument used was singing bowls, crystal singing bowls, and there were 7 singing bowls in it. And I work with these singing bowl to help you bring peace and calm and healing energies into your system. So I hope that you enjoyed this 70th podcast. It's called Sound Bath. If not, go back and listen to that podcast as well. I suggest when you are listening to this podcast, lie down and put your headphone on, so it will help you to take to that deeper state of meditation. If you never experienced sound bath before, this is a really beautiful experience. So enjoy. Please make sure you're not listening to it when you're driving or doing any heavy works and things like that. Thank you so much. Now let's start this podcast. Now coming back to today's podcast. Today I'm discussing connecting with nature. And why it is important to connect with nature. What happened in modern life is that we have kind of like moved away from nature. So we as a human being has now built these boxes around us, and we are confined in these boxes. We are living in these boxes. We are eating food from the boxes. We also looking at the screens or boxes. So there's a lot of boxes we have put around us. And what has happened that we have kind of like moved away from the Mother Earth. Now, how long ago have you touched your sole of your feet to the soil or to the Mother Earth? And it has been ages for a lot of us who are living in busy cities to really walk bare feet in the nature. Now, I know that there is a lot of hazardous situations there. So find a clean spot where you can go for a walk and literally, take your shoes off and enjoy that experience of touching the Mother Earth with your feet, or walking on sand, or connecting with Mother Earth by standing in the waves, gentle waves of ocean. All these experiences help us to connect with the Mother Nature, and it helps us to ground ourselves. These are so basic things, but these simple things can be life transforming. What has happened that according to Ayurveda, if we take a look at Ayurveda's understanding of this whole situation, this is universe's Vata time. What does that mean is that there is Vata means air, and that means there is a lot of lightness in the thoughts. We are constantly thinking, overthinking. There is no grounding in our thought. The minds are too busy. They are in one thought at the moment, and then immediately you will see that mind is wandering somewhere else. In the next moment, and moment to moment, it's constantly mind is going from one place to other. There is a lot of distractions as well. Distractions in the form of maybe screens, social media. It could be in the form of things happening around us. It could be in the form of maybe food, which is impacting your system to take you from the state of your natural calm state towards vata, or imbalanced vata state, I should say. And so imbalanced vata state looks like mind is wandering too much. There is too much information overload. There is a lot of fear around. So all this is indication of vata. And if we look at universal calendar also, this is vata time. So what does that mean is, if you see, like, look around and you'll see that so much information is floating, and not necessarily all useful information. And this bombardment of information is constantly there. No matter where we live, the information is there, and sometimes maybe too much information. Another thing we can see that we have this collective busy mind now, or every human is constantly busy or doing something. Also, there is a lack of grounding, and so there are a lot of information, but we're not necessarily using it positively. So things like that, this is all vata time. And vata is fast moving, it is dry, it is ungrounded. So when we connect with the nature, we can start calming our system down. We can start, you will start noticing that it just happens. It's not that we have to do anything. When we connect with, ocean, go for a swim in the ocean, or walk near the river, or if you have park around, you can enjoy that, like walking in the park, or even gardening, if you can add that into your life. Even if you're living in a small apartment, you can bring in some greenery in your life, and that really helps to nurture and care about some plant that helps our mind to give that peace and calm when we look at these beautiful natural things around us. And this is the beauty of connecting with the nature. So how can we bring that into our life? So consciously, maybe going for nature walk. I'm really, I can say, like, I love nature walk myself. So I highly recommend that. Swimming in the ocean or river can also be included in the list. Even just sitting in sun or walking in sun, preferably morning sun or evening sun, where your sun rays are absorbed into your skin, and being mindful of not overdoing it. So in Ayurveda, we say that everything in moderation, that is the key. So if you know that the benefit of the sun is amazing, that doesn't mean that you constantly sit in the sun. That will be harmful. So we are trying to constantly finding that balance. Also, wisdom of yoga also talks about that finding balance in the life. And this balance is basically connecting with yourself, tuning into your breath, tuning into what's happening in your body. And at the same time, when we start connecting with the nature, it is a very powerful thing. That combination of connecting with nature and connecting with ourselves, it's really, really powerful. So say, for example, if you go for a walk, you're observing also the outer world, where you see birds flying, beautiful trees, or maybe gardens. And you also tune into your breath and notice sensations in body. So you almost bring a meditative quality to your walks. I know that a lot of time we may be listening to something, and I'm also used to do that, once in a while I'll be listening to a good book. At the same time, don't forget to look around. As if you have beautiful surroundings, make sure that you are noticing that, connecting with that. Also, there is so much beauty in the nature, and so find your way to connect with the nature. Connecting with nature gives us experience of oneness. So what is this oneness I'm talking about? So oneness is where we realize that we are part of this universe where we become one with the universe. Have you ever experienced that state of spontaneous oneness? Sometimes it happens maybe in meditation, maybe while you're reading book, or maybe you're sitting there in stillness and you feel really the boundaries blur of your own being and the universe. And connecting with the nature can help us to do that. We become really appreciative of the nature, of the animals and trees around us, and how their life is so important for us all human being, as well as our life is important for this universe. So this makes me really humble to connect with the nature this way. It is on cosmic level, we are all one. And when we start, but we kind of like, as human being, we have numbed this. We have this separation in our head, that we are separate from the universe or the nature, and that's why we are not able to connect with total bliss and joy, the state of ananda, which can be achieved through meditation. So if you're a meditator, or if you are a yoga practitioner, maybe you have experienced this in your life. Maybe you're not. That's okay. There is nothing wrong in it. It is your journey. Maybe it may happen, may not. But have you ever experienced when you are going for, for example, a walk in the bush or a nature walk, and you have really almost a heart filling with the joy, just felt that really connection with everything around you. And that is the state of oneness I'm talking about. So it is achievable. It actually is our innate nature to achieve that, but we kind of like have moved away from that. So we can consciously come back to it by really connecting with the nature. We can bring in practices which helps us to move towards that oneness. We all have these instincts, inner instincts, where we subconsciously understand what we need, but we numb it with really, life happens basically, and that's why we kind of like the stress of the life, the job, maybe stress of what's happening in our life can take over. So how can we still find that connection? So having rituals, like simple rituals, like going for a walk every morning or evening, connecting with Mother Nature. I know one of my friends loves ocean swim, and every day you will see her at the ocean. And this is really beautiful way to connect. That's her thing. My thing is going for a walk. So anyway, anyhow, you can connect with it. If you can tune into this, nowadays we're talking about flow state, or that stillness yet flow of the energy happens. Can you find that in your nature, connecting with your nature? Maybe in your nature walk, or maybe your ocean swim, you can tune into this, almost people call it, I'm in the zone. So can you connect with that? And that effect of that is really, really powerful. Also, rituals like tuning into your breath, it's also quite powerful. So whenever you say, for example, enjoying the morning sun, sitting and having a cup of tea or coffee in the sun, also tuning into the taste of the coffee, tuning into what the sun is doing to your skin, tuning into your breath. These are spontaneous mindfulness situations you can bring into your life. So becoming aware is the key. And we do, as a modern human being, we do have these boxes around us, but that not necessarily they need to confine us, So we do need roof over our head. That is very important. We need to protect ourselves from the weather, but also the joy of going out and exploring weather. What was the last time when you experienced rain on your skin, or experience the touch of Mother Earth on your feet? these simple things can be very joyous. So bring your inner child out to play, and really connect with the nature. I also love gardening. Gardening is one of my hobbies, and I love to experience the plant growing from the seed, and also the joy of looking at the flowers. Now, I don't have really great green thumb, but I have realized that I can play with hardy plants, and I go for those which are really tough to kill. So that gives me opportunity to experience that nature. And most of my plants are really, really beautifully surviving. I have this aloe vera. It has multiplied so much that it's a pride and joy of my life. And so things like that you can connect with, simple things are joyous. Every morning I will have my cup of coffee sitting outside looking at these plants. It's just joyous thing. You can also connect with the nature by bringing in the beautiful smelling flowers in your life. You can like beautiful roses and things like that. So having something living plant in your life can be really powerful and really life transforming. So connecting with that. And if you have pet, if you will notice that if you take them for walk, if you have dog, you will notice that when you take the dog for walk, how joyous experience that is. Yeah, the look at your pet or your dog, you will notice that how amazingly they naturally connect with the surroundings. So we can bring that joyfulness, into our life as well. When we start noticing our surroundings, we start noticing that how with each season, the same nature walk or maybe plant looks different. So start noticing the gardens during the season. Now, I know that there are a lot of allergies sometimes due to pollen and all that, but you can protect yourself and still enjoy the nature, maybe, planting things which you are not allergic to. Connecting with nature is absolutely beautiful. Another thing I love to do is watch a sunrise. Beautiful sunrise can be very uplifting. Also, sunset can be really beautiful as well. You can also connect with after rain. If you notice rainbow, I just take a pause and enjoy that. So connecting with the rainbow, feeling the sun on your face, the breeze in your hair. These are just beautiful experiences. You can also listen to the ocean. I remember when I was doing a retreat in Bali, my hut, basically, I could say, it was right in front of ocean. And whole night there was this crashing ocean waves. It was such a beautiful experience. It was so amazing. But there were two reactions. I really loved it. And some of us, like there were 20 of us, and some of us really enjoyed it. In fact, I found it very calming, whereas others found it very disturbing. So it also depends on our sanskara. Choose what really works for you. Maybe a gentle wind chime and bird singing is your theme. So you can use that. If you can't sleep at night, you can use those kind of sounds to help you sleep. Also, connecting with amazing fresh fruits, really enjoying the juiciness of the fruit and thanking the Mother Earth for this experience and this food, in form of fruit. It can be really amazing. When you're eating your greens or your vegetables, again, thanking the Mother Earth for your food. All these things can be really, really amazing. So consciously connecting with Mother Earth and sending her gratitude for giving us this life, because without her we won't be here. And also the sun, because without sun we won't be here. So thanking these natural beings for this experience. And I hope that this helps you to reconnect with the nature. And thank you for listening. I also have created a Patreon account. If you like what I offer, please support me. The link is in the show notes. So I appreciate your support. For my Patreons, I am offering a lot. I am offering 4 asana class, gentle asana classes, which will take you from sympathetic mode to parasympathetic mode. I'm offering 2 guided meditation, and I'm offering meditation integration planner. I'm also offering Ayurveda tips and recipes, and something bonus will always come in towards you every month. All these offerings are monthly, so every month the offerings will be top up. Please be the Patreon. I really appreciate your support. Thank you for being here. Bye for now. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate that you're taking this time out of your day. Don't forget to subscribe. Take care. Bye for now.